up on marriage. Andre Vorlasek, 29-year-old boss. Andrea. Old Boston, a 29-year-old Boston accountant said, I'm financially self-sufficient, enough to do these things myself.
Okay.
What are these things?
Yeah.
Opening to house hunt solo and consider kids alone, admitting I don't want to sit here and say I'm one.
I ain't gonna lie, women can work and technology is real. So, due to things like, this may be a bit funny, but due to contraptions like the roles that these women like to abuse, women are able to be more single than ever. Make your own money, you can get your own crib and all this great stuff. And then if things don't work out with men and it gets a little, dry down there, you can always go get yourself a toy. I know, right? Wild. But this is where we're at.
100% happy. But I feel
I can see why I don't need marriage. I can see why almost. But y'all should get married.
Happier just accepting my reality. Daniel Cox of the American Enterprise Institute, the numbers aren't netting out, with more women than men are attending college, buying houses and focusing on their friendships and career over dating and marriage, as 51.4%.
That's what's played to women on a daily basis. Yeah, care more about your friends than your guy that you're trying to build a family with. Like, it's crazy how, and look, I've watched a lot of women's shows, okay? And the overlining theme is your friends is more important than your relationship. Is the overlining theme of some of these black shows. And even some of the girl shows you white girls watch. It's the overlining theme, is it not? Friends over your relationship. And that fucks y'all up because you literally carry that out into the real world. And I'm gonna be real with you, no guy want to be treated as second place. At least no real man wants to be treated as second place.
Of women 18 to 40 were single in 2023.
Especially not the friends who don't even make good decisions for themselves or you.
Damn. Did you guys pay attention? Vinny and Adam, you guys pay attention to this part. 51.4% of women ages 18 to 40 were single in 2023.
Okay.
So 51.4% right there in 2023.
All right.
Just 23 years ago was only 41.8%.
Damn.
Exactly. That it went from 41.8 to 51.4%, 18 to 40, single. Surveys show shifting attitudes, with a 2024 AEI poll finding over half of single women said they believed they were happier than their married counterparts, versus just over a third of surveyed single men. A 2022 Pew survey revealing only 34% of single women were looking for romance, compared to 50.
Like, people who I don't want to get married, I don't want to have children. Those people have the worst perspective. They have the most negative outlook on children, most negative outlook on parenting, all that. Honestly, these are the same people who believe that they should just be happy all the time. Like, if they're not happy doing it, they'll abandon it. So therefore, they don't trust themselves to have a family, because if they're not happy in it, I'm gonna be real with you, I kind of respect it, because they're honest than most people. Because most people are the same way in a way. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. If it don't work out for your benefit, you're ready to hit the door. If you're not fully happy in it, you're ready to hit the door. That's a lot of people. So at least they're honest about it. I would say that. At least they're honest. But it is sad, though. It is sad. Because I'll be real with you. A lot of girls play that game as well, and they're not honest about it. It's like, let's not go down that route yet.
54% of single men. That's not a good matchup.
No, it's not.
Vinny, your thoughts on this, since you did a lot of research on this. What do you want to say about the story?
I don't know. I'm just I think just with especially when you have girls like that Rachel Zegler, that their attitude is guys pursuing, girls, it's stalker mentality. And I don't know. Just me as a single guy right now. I have Pat, I went from military to no birds and the bees talk with my dad. Never. I don't know if did your dad ever give you the talk? No. Okay, yeah. So I went from military, not knowing anything.
He would just call me and leave a message in the army, and I would say, Tico, mutret vadet, hemisha condom hemisha. Okay? He would send me condoms as gifts when I was in the army.
Seriously.
That's my
100%.
We all know how
my dad would send me boxes of condom for when I was in the army.
I love Gabriel. That's a father. Even the conversation, my dad not mentioned it once. So then I went from not knowing to military, you know about that, and then to Hollywood. And then it just ruined everything. But I think just the sentiment now, I think it's a mind shift and it's a culture shift, because at the end of the day, you know, we're made to put here to do what? Multiply and
Procreate
and do it. And I mean, listen, I'm in line, and I'm just, you know, I'm biding my time. I'm praying to God, and it's going to happen.
I'd love to hear Tom's opinion, then I can maybe clean up here.
Well, first of all,
Adam's going to clean up, guys. He's going to clean up.
He's gonna
Clean up on aisle 7.
And you know, so funny. Adam said he's gonna clean up, but he ends up Loki getting cooked. I mean, and here's the funny thing. I think it was just him and PBD going at it.
Adam's
Clean
on
up,
deck.
Clean up on aisle 7, guys.
Adam would be 9th place. Like, what do you call like a pitchers? Go ahead. Go ahead.
well, unfortunately, these
Closers,
numbers.
Hey, what's going on, Alex? He says request to call in. Why not? Sure, why not, big dog? I got you. All right, sure, why not? Let's see here. Did something you want to talk about? No, why not? Why not? I got you, G. I'll just go ahead and post it in the community tab or the post tab.
Unfortunately, the numbers are real. Starting with the number of women that are in college versus men that are in college, there's shifts that are happening all over the place. And you know, we could do a case study on this, but there has been the emergence of it's over, I think it's 18 years, because that goes back to 2007, is the emergence of the hookup culture.
Yeah.
And so the hookup culture and temporary relationships, the changing demographic of who's in college and women, but there are other, so all that's very real. I'm not going to say that's not real, but there are other stats out there that talk about satisfaction having children with a married partner. They talk about the truth that there is happiness and satisfaction. Is it challenging? Yes. They'll drive you nuts some weekends? Yes. But is there an ultimate joy in knowing that you're building citizens of the future and you're building this person of quality? And the answer is yes. And so for every article that talks about one side of it, there's a lot of other data that talks about the other side, but unfortunately, a lot of the things they're talking about are very real. And today's single people are having greater challenges than ever before, finding people that think and feel the same way they do, that they feel that they could trust, and build a big relationship with.
Adam, clean up. Come on.
Clean up on aisle 7.
All right, Alex. I went ahead and put the call-in link in the community tab, my man. So, you know, you want to come up here for a nice little conversation? Why not? Or let me know the debate, or let me know the topic you want to debate and all that good stuff. But yes, the call-in link is in the post tab on the main page. Appreciate you.
7.
Hit it.
So Chelsea Handler, it's all your fault. American women are giving up on marriage. You know, when Chelsea Handler, my ex, you know, when we had that internet beef 3 years ago, it's because I was citing a report from Morgan Stanley called the she economy, not the economy, but the she economy. And basically saying by 2025, which the year we're in now, they anticipate that 45% of working women between 18 and 40 will be childless, no married, no kids. Well, the report was wrong because they said 45%. Tom, you're a numbers guy. What number is it now?
41.8, according to the...
No, that's what it was in 2000, Tom. Not sure why I called on you.
51.4. 51.4, according to the American Enterprise Institute.
Thank you, Tom. You had one job and you got the stat wrong. I love you anyway. However, 51% of women have nothing going on, no marriage, no kids, no nothing. That's up literally 10% since 2000. So Chelsea Handler, you might want this no kid, all drugs, all sex toy thing got going on in your life.
Bruh.
And that's great because you're famous and you're a feminist and you got millions in the bank. But my question is this: for the 38-year-old woman who's making 60 grand a year working as whatever job, for the 34-year-old woman who's basically focused on her job and not a family, for the 44-year-old woman who's now considering having a baby with herself, did modern feminism work out for you? So I would argue that Chelsea Handler has been the poster child for what is wrong in America, for focusing on yourself rather than a family. A woman has one job that she can do better than a man. Only one.
Birthing?
And that's birthing. It's not
Birthing
working.
person.
It's not fighting. It's not hustling. It ain't rebounding. What's her face in the WNBA that's going on strike? It is birthing.
Angel Reese or whatever.
Angel
it is.
Reese.
Yeah.
So there's been this conflation of that men are women and women are men. There's no difference. Men and women are not equal. Why? Because equal means the same. We're not the same. You have this magical, amazing ability to have children and give birth, and you're giving it all up to do what?
And y'all have like inept social skills. Like y'all have telepathic social skills. Y'all also are good at that. You're also good at that as well. Organization, you're great at that. There's a lot of things women are good at besides just baby making that makes you a great utility and a great partner to our life.
Make a couple extra bucks. And then here's the funniest thing is they say things like, I don't want no man telling me what to do. Listen, bitch, you don't want your husband telling you what to do, but you'll have a random boss telling you what to do? So it doesn't make any sense to me. The happiest, in my opinion, that women were was when they were focusing on family, having kids. They didn't have to stress about work. I'm not saying that they shouldn't work, but prioritize kids and family. Vinny's 58 years old. He could still impregnate a woman today.
Yep.
You go meet a 58-year-old woman. She ain't doing nothing.
Hold on.
How
old is Vinny? Wait.
And family. Vinny's 58 years old. He could still impregnate a woman today.
Yep.
You go meet a 58-year-old woman. She ain't doing nothing. That thing's
honestly,
dusty.
with the way your take, I'm surprised you're single, not married.
So
I'm actually very surprised.
I have a newsflash. Polymarket
we're not going to play this game because I was married 10 years ago to a woman, very lovely girl.
To a woman. Okay.
To a woman. That's right. Tom,
check.
you've been with one in your life. You understand.
Mhm.
And she wasn't a wife. She wanted to get married, but she wasn't willing to be a wife. So I sent her back out to
the pack,
her pasture,
to the herd.
figure it out.
Yeah.
And now here's the biggest problem. We can make fun of us all as want. There's a lot of hoes out there. There's a lot of girlfriends out there. There's a lot of girls that you would date. There's not a lot of good wives out there. You know, we're talking about inflation in America today. Are you familiar with another term called hoef?
I don't know. Isn't that what a good girlfriend would be though? A would-be wife? Like, you don't just look at a girl and be like, oh, that's a wife. Like, well, I never did. I looked at a girl and I'm like, all right, that's a good girl. She's a good girlfriend. I mean, like, once I really get to know her and see how she is, then it's like, all right, I can see myself marrying this young lady or not. That's usually how it goes. I don't really see like, oh, I see women as, all right, are you even relationship material? That's really what it is. Like, you gotta be relationship material first to even be considered marriage material. So let's start at step one.
Inflation. Familiar with this term, Vinny?
I just heard it right now.
The price you pay for an average wife, for a woman who used to be a wife, is much greater than it has ever been. The concept of them having to work 20 times harder than their grandfathers for women that are 20% worse than their grandmothers.
That Webster's?
That's
Urban Dictionary.
Got it.
Dictionary.
Nice.
But now you're starting to see things like, do you know who, this is a weird thing we were talking about. I was actually talking about it with Andrew Tate. Do you know who Riley Reid is?
No.
Okay, she's a famous porn star. Don't Google it.
Baseball player.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
You could just maybe hit an image and not hit a blur. Okay, there she is. This is a woman. Think about this for a second,
Looks
guys.
wet.
She is.
No, I mean her. Guys,
I get it, Vinny.
you're going to pervert land.
So-
I'm saying she looks like she's just been.
Google Riley Reid wedding. So she recently got married. Okay, to a guy I think he's famous for doing parkour. This is a adorable little girl who has go to that image right there so you can see.
I don't think I can show this.
No, you can show. Okay, maybe.
I don't show this in the back.
Okay,
please.
gotcha. All right. That's her. Maybe you don't show that. That's her after being.
There's no way we showed that, did we?
Don't show.
Don't show
no.
that. That's her after being with, let's just say, the starting five for the Lakers. And then juxtapose that with getting married to some dude. And then she says, hey, guys, internet. By the way,
that man Tom had to cover his eyes. He was like, I'm a married man. I am a man of God. Like, I can't look at this.
She's all over the internet. Hey guys, would you please respect the fact that I'm married now and maybe delete all the scenes I've done on the internet because I've grown now.
Good luck with that.
And I want to be respected. So here's this cuck marrying a literal porn star and basically saying, don't worry about your past, babe. It's okay that you've been filled more times than an Exxon gas pump, okay?
Damn.
So that is the problem with women. This is hoeflation. That is who men are choosing to marry. That's a wife. That's who you're going to choose to have. Hey, mom, I want you to introduce you to my new girlfriend, Riley Reid. Unbelievable. So who's the one that we talked about? You had sex with
Is
100
this
guys?
like your chance to vent because you're done? Okay, so we got it. We understand.
What does that
where
mean?
you're at
I'm
with
done.
this. Yeah, like
What does
I'm
that
good.
mean?
You've been speaking plenty of time.
Yeah.
We'll move on. So,
But you do notice what's happening in society.
Adam, I got your point. You're in this life, so the only people you're ever with is with
No,
nightlife
Pat,
people.
you're
So
absolutely wrong.
I'll
tell you
am
why
I
you're
absolutely wrong?
Yeah, I'll tell you why
Okay,
you're
so
wrong.
I mean, in a way, yeah, Patrick. I mean, PBD is wrong a bit because he's like, all right, dog, this is not just happening to people who are involved in the nightlife. I mean, this is happening to people who actually work hard and stay outside the nightlife and still get caught up with the women like this. Like, dog, they acting like the only place you can meet these women is in the club or the bar. I mean, what? These women, what do you mean? They go to the gym. These women go to the grocery store. These women go get gas and all that. You know what place you spit your game at? It's like they go to these places too. So you just can't blame it on, oh, well, you live this night lifestyle, so let's just blame it on that. I'm like, nah, what you mean?
Go ahead, tell us
easy
because
path.
it's not I'm in this life.
Yeah.
Every man who's single is in this life.
Yeah.
I get that you're happily married. You have four
No,
kids.
that's not. No,
That's
don't,
amazing. No,
don't,
that is the
don't-
point.
No, that's not the point.
Of
No,
course, that's the
because
point.
for
The point is you don't know what it's like to be single out there
you,
and see half the girls you meet are doing OnlyFans.
Adam, where are you looking for these people?
I'm not even saying me.
No, but
Pat.
that's the point. Though, where are you looking?
Don't worry about
Let
me.
ask
I'm
you a
good.
question. No,
I'm talking about the rest of men in society.
No, you're speaking from your perspective.
No,
you're speaking.
who do you think has more credibility on this topic, me or you?
You're to being around hoes. You, yeah, I agree. You're around it.
Hey, yo, when PBD said it, he said, yeah, you got more, yeah, be around hoes for sure. But PBD said, yeah, I'm around them wives, though. I'm around them highly established women. What you talk about? So let's hear PBD's point. Because in a way, I ain't gonna lie. His first point of, what you mean? It's just because you're in the nightlife. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, PBD, these girls are all over the world. I mean, no, not all over. They're all over the U.S. and all fast. I mean, they're on college campuses. Remember, these women are on college campuses, so you just can't say nightlife.
That's your market.
True
that's,
but also being in,
no, but if you're asking me who has more credibility, you do in this area. But also,
I don't hang out with this girl.
Your challenge.
I also hang out with normal
Adam,
women. I'm saying the challenge that young men are facing.
When's the last time you did Saucecast? When's the last time you did Saucecast?
It got canceled because I don't know for whatever
When's the
reason.
last time you did Saucecast?
It's been a while.
Why do you think you stopped doing Saucecast?
Because I stopped talking about money because someone encouraged me to start talking about the hoes.
Who did?
Some gentleman that maybe works here.
Someone told you to talk about hoes.
Somebody told you to talk about those. Oh, so this is where things got a little heated. I could see why they was kind of getting at each other's neck. It was like, bro, the Saucecast been canceled? I didn't even know that. Damn, what happened? I mean, the last time I seen my nigga do a Saucecast was like, what? Huh. Damn, is it still around? It's still around. I mean, when's the last video posted? 4 months ago. When's the last live? 5 months ago. Yeah, and the last live he did when he was defending Israel. Oh Lord,
you're around this. That's your market.
True
that's,
but also being in,
no, but
and it was getting extremely low ratings. Now that I'm looking at this, yeah, it wasn't doing that good. I mean, let's see here. We're talking about his most popular live. Yeah, it probably did about about 1 million. That was with Fresh and Fit. But we're talking about all of his latest shows. Bro hasn't cracked over 50K. And this is Saucecast. This is a guy that has like 270K subscribers. And he's like low-key looking at my numbers. And I only got like 88 guys. I only got 88K subscribers. And this man with 270K subscribers, live numbers are looking like mine. That's wild. His live numbers are literally looking like mine. Actually, I've had more million view lives than this man. Me.
If you're asking me who has more credibility, you do in this area, but also
I don't hang out with this girl.
Your challenge.
I also hang out with normal
Adam,
women. I'm saying the challenge that young men.
I mean, I guess you don't know how far you came until you look at people in comparison, but I don't ever look at people in comparison. So now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, hey, shout out to S.E.T Media. Came a long way, baby. Shout out.
Men are facing.
When's the last time you did Saucecast? When's the last time you did Saucecast?
It got canceled because I don't know for whatever
When's the
reason.
last time you did Saucecast?
It's been a while.
Why do you think you stopped doing Saucecast?
Because I stopped talking about money. Because
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, PBD's cut. He's cut because if it got canceled and, you know, Saucecast is under Valuetainment and PBD owns Valuetainment, guess who made that call? My man PBD right here. So he's pretty much saying, why do you think I canceled your show in the first place, bro? Why do you think I canceled your show in the first place? And I'm looking at it, I'm going like, well, I can see why, because channels like mine with, I mean, way less subscribers than him, like 270K to 88, and I'm doing the same numbers as him, if not better, is crazy.
Someone encouraged me to start talking about the hoes.
Who did?
Some gentleman that maybe works here.
Someone told you to talk about hoes.
No, I didn't say that.
Who?
I don't know.
Who? Tell us who. Go ahead.
We'll tell you who.
Go ahead, tell us who.
Saying what?
Someone told you to talk about hoes?
Talk about relationships and
That's a
lifestyle.
whole different story.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So for you, when you how old are you right now, bro?
I'm 45.
45 years old. This is how you're speaking about this.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
you
because this is how they talk. So what's your criticism with me, sir?
This is what? Go ahead, tell me.
This is what's going out there in society at this point.
For who though? In what
For
community?
every man out there.
No, it's not true though.
Yes, that is.
I mean, I could kind of say, now that is, it is kind of true. Now, I'm not even gonna say kind of true. I gotta give it to Vinny. It's like, bro, it happens on all class of men. So that, like, bro, the fact that we got even, I mean, the richest of the guys, these new age guys who are traders, like crypto guys, even streamers are having a hard time with women. And these guys got money. So, and I'll say this, your college bachelor who's in college just trying to get a STEM degree is dealing with the same women. It's like they kind of have this crazy mentality right now. I mean, it's talking about the new generation, okay? These new gen women, okay? But he can't sit here and say that, oh, it's just because you're living in a nightlife. Because that at that point, it's like, then what the hell are we dealing with in these colleges then?
It's true.
That is not true though.
Okay.
It's work.
I mean, shoot, what the hell is the middle class man dealing with then, if that's the case?
What percentage of women did OnlyFans 20 years ago?
Do you know
What percentage of women did OnlyFans 20 years ago?
Do you know how long do you know how long prostitution's been around?
It's the oldest profession.
How long has prostitution been around?
Forever.
Okay, then. So go to how long that's been around. The trade of prostitution, or whatever you want to talk about it.
10 seconds after the invention of money.
How long have drugs been around? How long has? But you know what you sound like to me? You sound like a little victim. Is what you sound like. You sound like
you're making this about me, and I'm making this about society.
No. Because
so go ahead. I'm the victim. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Any guy who listens to this and buys into the rhetoric that's being sold, hear them out. But if you buy it, you sound like a victim. That's what you sound like.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. I mean, if you buy this whole, oh, I gotta be 6 feet plus, this and that, like 6 figures, 6-pack, all that crazy stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. It can turn you down a doomsday scenario, because there's dudes who aren't tall, and because they're not tall, they're not gonna work out. And because they don't work out, they don't want to improve any aspect of themselves because they just feel like they were served an unlucky hand through genetics. And that's called, I guess, what was called a black pill, was these doomsday guys. I'm like, yeah, this is what happens when you take the ideology too seriously. When you take the ideology too seriously, you're seeing every negativity in your life that's holding you back from getting what you want in life. It's the fetus, and I'm gonna be real with you, it is a victim mindset.
Somebody talks like that, everybody's this and everybody's that and everybody's that. You sound defeated. You sound like a victim. You sound weak. A guy, you know what it's like? It's like when I ran an insurance business for the longest time, my guys would come to me Monday morning and it would say, you know what it is? All these guys with leads and insurance, there are no more people that want to buy life insurance. Haven't you seen the stats? And they're just, life insurance has been declining. You know when I started a life insurance company? In 2009. Do you know what was going on in 2009? Do you know what was happening with insurance companies like AIG? What was going on with AIG in 2009? AIG is about to go out of business.
TARP, recession,
that's right.
Trouble.
Do you know what data came out saying that the life insurance industry went from 500,000 agents to 174,000 agents? Life insurance is a dying industry. You know why? Because the old timers that made a lot of money, guess what they're not doing? They're no longer training new people. And that's what they're doing. They're no longer training anybody. And guess what? And I said, you know what percentage of agents are women? 17%. You're never going to be able to get women to sell insurance. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I saw how buyers and customers will receive.
Now, PVD, if you're trying to relate and pretty much say that, oh, well, none of these girls are really girlfriend material, but watch me turn one into one. I mean, fuck it. I mean, I prefer that one. I prefer that mindset than the mindset of, oh, these girls are hoes. You can't find no housewife. Oh, my God. Nah. I'll be like, nah, bet. I'm gonna catch one of these girls before they turn a hoe, and I'm gonna turn her into a wife. All right. I know for y'all that sounds crazy. So I know some of y'all probably going like, bro, you tripping. But I mean, I'd rather that mindset than the defeatist mindset of all these women hoes. I'd rather that one.
The sale coming from a woman versus a man, and I think there's a lot of market. If there's 174,000 agents right now, we used to have 500,000 more. There's got to be a major demand for insurance because I looked at the data and I said, that's what we're going to build an insurance company. While my competitors were saying there's no more market for life insurance, we licensed 50,000 people and sold the business for $250 million.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm around people that sound like you talking about insurance and there's no more need for it. What's the point? Is what you're saying with Tinder, with all these dating apps, making it tougher for guys to find girls because they're easier? You don't know how many people they've been with. Oh, yes. Is it tougher if I go on a date right?
That's a problem, though. You're right. If people are kind of right, though. If you do think about it in all the negative aspects, like, oh, they have more options. Oh, women are more picky. Oh, they want this, they want that. It's best you don't think about it and come at it the best you can. Just be your very best self, and at least you tried, okay? At least you're your very best self, so you know it can't be any worse. I mean, you could be a fat piece of shit, and then you know it's gonna be bad, or you can be your very best self. You take care of yourself, you're in shape, and whatever results you get, you can be comfortable with. You can be confident in because you tried your best.
Right now with Tinder, and the script is, you're the first guy I've gone on a date with Tinder. You think I believe that? Of course not. But where am I looking? Versus, if I'm really interested in wanting to get married, guess who I'm talking to? The people around me. I'm getting in different communities. I'm going to different markets, just like if an insurance. If you want to sell a $20 million life insurance policy and you want to go to people that are rich, do you think you're going to find them at a nightclub, or do you think you're going to find them at a country club? Do you think
like, bro, but we're talking women here, and I mean, women can be anywhere. Like, what do you mean? Like, women, like I said, I was making a point earlier. I mean, like, bro, you just can't say you're meeting like fast women in the club and the bars only. I mean, you can meet them on college campus. You can still meet them at the grocery store, the gas station, wherever you choose to spit your game, my friend. But you gonna meet some crazy women still. You can meet them at the job. You can meet these wild women with these wild expectations at your job. So it's almost like, bro, what are you talking about, people? You're acting like it just only happens when you're outside, when you're just outside at the bars and in the clubs all night. Nah.
you're going to find a $20 million life insurance policy going to a Starbucks, or do you think you're going to find it going to the hotel we were at, which was whatever that hotel was, or if we go to Four Seasons, or if I go to networking at Mar-a-Lago, or if I go, where do you think I'm going to find these types of clients? You think having lunch at Mar-a-Lago, maybe I'm going to be around some clients that can do some premium financing? Yes. It's where you go to look for them. So your points you're making, although they may be valid because accessibility is more prevalent today than ever before, but prostitution and all this stuff has been around for a very, very long time. To sound like a victim and revert back to the sauce talking point that you had 24/7, of course you ain't going to get married. And that's okay. By the way, I don't care if you never get married. But the idea of playing the position of, I want to have a family, and then you talk like this. I don't know if I'm telling you to talk like this. Who are you? Like, we had this conversation a year and a half ago when I said the following. It's so hard to do. It's so hard to do this message here. Whenever you give a message and you watch, like we're in a room and I'm talking to my guys and they're saying to me, well, Pat, we don't think we should have a full-timers meeting on the 1st of January. I don't know why you do that every year. Every year on January 1st, I would host a full-timers meeting on the 1st at 8 a.m. And I'm running an office, sales agents that are mainly in their mid to late 20s, some of the early 30s. Who the hell in their 20s wants to go to a manager's meeting with a freaking crazy guy named Patrick Bet-David January 1st at 8 a.m.? Who do you think wants to go to?
Nobody.
Nobody does. Nobody does. But that was my way of lowering the number of DUIs my guys would get, because I know what happens on December 31st, because I used to party a lot back in the days. So, when we're having a conversation, you know what the conversation will be like? So what time do you think we should have this meeting? I think we should start it at 11 a.m. I think we should do barbecue and start it at 10 a.m. I think we should do it. What's going on, guys? What is that?
No, it's something else. It's our notes from today.
Yeah, I think we should play it at noon and do barbecue for everybody. And then you know how many people in the room would agree that we should do it at 8 a.m.? Less than 5%. And guess what I'm doing a meeting at? I'm doing it at 8 a.m. 95% of people hated me for it. I'm still hosting a meeting. And I wasn't married. I didn't have kids. It wasn't like I'm a married guy. So you don't understand what it is to be. I was as single as one could be. And I'm still hosting a meeting. Right? People showed up. And then we held a meeting. It was always the best meeting ever because it would be a high level of preparation. Be very careful who you're entertaining that's validating your point to make you feel like you're validated. Be very careful what mob makes you think you're right. Be very careful what community gives you the attention you need for you to feel like you're the right guy. You're right on this. Be very careful. Who do you want to win over? There's certain people that have no interest in winning over. You know, and this has been around for a long time. When I didn't want to get married, guess what I want to go to? The places you go to. When I eventually wanted to, I wanted to find a different community, different lifestyle, different people that have made different choices. And then you sit there and you're like, okay, let's see what's going on here. You know, that's a very big difference. So you can go off and say all this stuff and, you know, entertain and so awesome and all this other stuff. It's not a mature statement and it's a victim message. I know you're not going to like me saying that to you. It's just the truth. You say, well, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not, you know, it's this, they're like this. This is what's going on out there. And this is what the single guys are going through. And yes, I am the face of the single guys that agree with me on this here.
Okay.
There's nothing like family. There's nothing like you working hard to find something you're looking for and having to go against 80% of people that disagree with you. Nothing like it. And
I mean, yeah, I hear him on that one. It's like, yo, nothing like people telling you it's not going to work. Nothing like people telling you it's not going to work. You make that shit work anyway. Like what, bro? Nothing. There's no better feeling than that. No better feeling. When they say it won't work, you made it happen anyway. It's like, yeah. So these guys who are getting married, I can see why they walking around with a chip on their shoulder. Because you told me all their words were hoes. You told me I was going to get played. You told me if I became a husband, my life is going to be miserable. Guess what, bitch? It ain't. Now what? Well, I feel the attitude.
And by the way, getting married, very hard. Hardest thing you'll ever do. I will only do it once. I've said it 15 years straight. If this doesn't work out, you will never see me get married again. Ever see me get married again. I'm only going to get married once. I'm not doing it twice. That's me. Some people do it 2 or 3 times. But for me, it's one thing I'm doing once. I got the 4 kids. I got the family. It is what it is. But the audience and the victim of language, I don't recommend it to anybody. But some tells me you got a rebuttal here.
Well, yeah, I do. Because, dude, if there's anybody that can take heat, it's this guy over here. I'm sure the chat's going crazy. I'm sure.
Oh, I guarantee the chat's on your side.
Maybe they're not. I don't care.
Oh, because I'm not even looking at it, but I guarantee the chat is saying.
Go back to that picture of Rachel Zegler.
Yeah.
Because, Pat, if I'm going to listen to you, I'm going to say entrepreneurship, building a business, marriage, kids, there's values, principles, religion, God. There's so many things I'm going to listen to PBD on. But you've been married for 15 years. You don't know what it's like. This is the girl that most guys are dealing with these days.
And you're right, to a girl that was, I mean, hey, shout out PBD though. He did get married to a woman that was honestly in his generation. So, well, yeah, I mean, Vinny's making some decent points here. I'm not even gonna lie. He's making some good points.
It's an annoying angle to take for you.
Okay, but it's true.
No, it's not.
So you know what's interesting about me?
Bro, the more
is that I'm not
change,
soft,
the more,
and I'm not going to say you're right because you're my boss.
You're right.
I'm going to say this is what I feel.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Most guys are saying, hold on, I'm dealing with either a boss babe who doesn't want to deal with an average guy because they've become the man that they want to become.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I know you're a data guy. It's gone up 10% in the last 20 years. Now more women than ever are single. So you have a girl who's more focused on her career and based on hypergamy. If you don't make a certain amount of money,
the two.
You don't. But then the second one is. Then the second one is you're dealing with a girl who's doing all the host stuff out there. Why do you think that our friend Andrew?
Been around forever.
No, because the internet's only been around for 20 years. Why do you think Andrew Tate has such a big following? Because he's talking about getting married and living happily ever after? Or he's basically saying, guys, the hoes are out there. Let the hoes be hoes. Do what you want with the hoes. This is literally what he says. But don't marry them. Don't marry them. He just had a viral clip go out there with our friend Sean Kelly. He goes, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, but don't make the mistake like that schmuck who married Riley Reid and bringing this chick who gets DP'd for a living home to mom.
Who the hell?
Don't make that mistake.
You're taking.
Nah, it was a no. That was weak. I was like, oh my god. Okay, I'm getting a bit emotional.
Taking the exception and making that the majority.
No, but that is what is becoming more common.
No, it's not about being more common. Adam, the more and more I think you're about to have a breakthrough, the more easily you're flattered and influenced and revert back to old way of victim thinking.
You're making this about me.
It is though. It's not.
I don't give a shit. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to be okay.
No one's saying.
I'm talking about the general man in society.
No, the general man in society
is struggling right now.
No, the general man in society
is struggling.
I'm not telling you
broke. They're not getting laid.
Yeah,
they're out of shape. They're sloppy. They're playing video games, and they're dealing with women who are basically saying.
And he's not lying. He's not lying. But let's have some accountability on the guy's side. Like I always like to do, it's like, bro, some of these guys do this to themselves. Like, if you're out of shape, whose fault is that? If you're broke, whose fault is that? Like, there's only two things these guys can't control. And last time I checked, it's your height and the D size. So the other two things that I guess women go after, you can control.
Unless you have a yacht or a boat or a mansion, I'm not going to deal with you. And they're like, oh my God.
First of all, the general man in society is not living near somewhere where there are yachts. You're in Miami. Okay. Miami's not America.
Use that as a metaphor.
No, the point.
Okay, if you have a pontoon in Lake Minnetonka, I'm not hanging out with you.
Yeah, Adam, whatever you're talking about, that's victim language to me forever.
Okay.
It's the victim language.
I guess I'm a victim.
No, for sure you are though. In this context,
Tell me why I'm the victim here.
Because
life's pretty damn good for me.
No, because when I was 23 years old, I said I would never me at 23 years old. If my daughter came up to me and said they're dating me at 23 years old, I would say I'm not ready to have you marry a guy like that. And I chose to change. If you increase your market value, your options go higher.
Okay.
Then you get to pick and choose.
Clearly.
Who can do that? What man can do that?
Me.
No. What man can do that? Not
a guy who's made it in his life that has status, that has money,
instead of being this
that has
arrogant,
credibility,
entitled victim.
I'm not even being arrogant.
Hear me out. What man can do that?
What do you mean? What
man can change to increase their value?
Every man can or should, but they don't.
But that's their problem.
I agree.
Okay, then. So I'm not going to feel sorry for you.
But I'm not. You're not. I'm not.
It is hard to feel bad for some of you guys. Like it really is. Some of y'all, first off, y'all put yourselves in the position that y'all are in. Like, if you don't like where you are at with women or how you are with your current girlfriend or wife, it's your fault. I'm gonna be real with you. If you don't respect you, trust me, you're probably fat. Probably a loser. You probably don't deserve any respect. Like, it's usually y'all fault. And this is where I believe Andrew Tate's message and these guys' message kind of hits home, because it's like, well, it should hit y'all home. It should hit home for y'all, because, like, yeah, you should go out there, improve, instead of the whole doom and gloom type of thing. Like, that's not it. Best go out there, improve, keep positive mindset, and go for it. You'll find yourself a little baddie if it comes around, when it comes around, but you ain't gonna find that baddie if you're fat and broke.
Do you know
what the black belt community is?
Second. If a guy comes out and is sitting there and talking about, well, you don't know what the market's like out there, sitting and playing, video games 3 hours, you deserve exactly what you're getting.
I agree.
If you're sitting out there getting 70.
Oh, guys, make sure to support the show, man. I appreciate you guys, and we're in it for the long run right now. But hey, man, support your brother. $2 and up. Go ahead and read out any questions, comments, disagreements. Read it out loud. Post to the top of the screen. Let's get to it, guys. Appreciate the support.
5 pounds on your fat, you're saying the market sucks. You deserve, if you're not improving reading books, instead you're reading some nonsense.
Fully agree.
So to me, I don't feel sorry for that guy.
But
I don't.
So that guy's being the victim.
That guy's being the victim.
So how am I being the victim?
By you.
Because I've done all the things that you've told people to do. Make money, get in good shape.
No, but
increase your market value, increase your status, increase your network. I've done all those things. So now I'm receiving the benefits of doing that, because I'm not settling.
I would say he's feeding the victim mindset. That, I think, what Adam's missing. He don't understand that you're feeding the victim mindset. You're feeding it. Okay, that's the problem, and I don't think he's really coming to it. I know, right?
Down right now.
Okay, Adam. The biggest criticism towards you is your level of hypocrisy and not being able to make up your mind. For example, if you say, I want to be a playboy the rest of my life, keep living a life you're living. That's your choice. Keep living it. But don't sit here and say, well, let me tell you, this one girl used to be this. I'm playing all these videos. And just a week ago, I had a conversation with you about how we talk over, certain things we say. You do it again the following week. After I had a conversation with you last week.
Bruh.
After Sarah Huckabee Sanders looked up to me, I told you I don't like that. So if you want to go do something else on somewhere else, do it. Don't do it in a place like this. And I've told you this 50 times.
Damn.
You lack respect in the way you communicate something.
Okay. I apologize for
And
that.
I told you this how long ago? How long ago was this when I had this conversation? And you talk like this. It's like the guy's got 2 daughters sitting here. Okay, there's a part of a little bit this that respect goes a long way. And by the way, I can sit here and talk to Andrew Tate, have a phenomenal conversation with him, and I don't agree with his lifestyle. And I can sit there and say, that's what you choose to live, do it.
Why don't you push Andrew Tate like you're pushing me right now?
No, because I have pushed Andrew Tate.
Not like this.
No,
Not like
because
this.
for you want.
No. He did him on that one. Like, not like this. You ain't cook my nigga like this. You was like, bro, he even brought personal shit up. He was like, dog, bro, I told you behind closed doors, stop doing this dumb shit. Like, bro, you gotta watch the way you talk. It's like Adam, like, sadly, you do not have your own podcast. Like me, I can talk however. Like, and then, but I'm gonna be real with you. Maybe probably over 1,000 subscribers, 100K subscribers. I might clean up my language a little bit, maybe. But bro, you're on this man's platform. Kids are in the building, bro. Clean it up, because even I would clean it up on PBD. Even I would. I wouldn't cuss not one time on there. You will see the most cleanest speech I've ever given on another person's platform.
Want to have the family. He said he doesn't want to. You say you do. So you're like this guy. Andrew Tate, is like, this is me. Great, go. I respect anybody that believes in whatever they believe in. Doesn't mean I have to choose to live the way you live.
Yeah, but
for you, it's like this. You're so easily, what is the word that you're easily influenced? What is there's a word for it. What is the word that somebody can easily change their minds on? Not impressionable. It's a different, malleable. You're so easily malleable. Like you can go hang out with a group here and then you'll change. And you go hang out here and then you'll change. You go hang out over there, you'll change. Make up your freaking mind. Who the hell are you?
Damn. Hey, yo.
Oh shit.
I mean, hey, yo. Shit. Bro. I mean, hey, I'm a little speechless. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, yo, you as a grown man that on a podcast, bro. When I seen this, I seen a glimpse of the conversation and it had 41K people watching when this went out. So, hey, yo, I don't know. PPD might have stepped this a little bit out of line with this one. This might have been a behind the scenes conversation. Like, even if I would never even come at Key like this. I don't care how strongly I feel about it. I would never do my brother like that. So it's kind of just like, damn, bro. Behind closed doors, sure, I get at him, but in front of y'all, never.
What is your identity? What do you stand for? Every freaking week you change to somebody new. Who are you?
I don't.
It's true,
fully
though.
disagree with you.
I agree with that. I fully believe that.
Because I say one day I would like to have a family.
No,
you're using that as against me to be like, well, where's your damn family already, bro?
Nobody said that.
This guy.
Nah, he's saying that, bro. He's saying that one day you're with me, and this is what he's saying. He's right. You're with me, and you're like, all right, I want a family because you see the beauty of a family. Then next day you're kicking in with the Tates or guys like the Tates or that group, and now you're talking about, oh man, all these bitches hoes. Oh, you know, guys want the multiple women and all that, the Playboy lifestyle. It's like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you are kind of malleable. It's like, bro, stick to it. Like, bro, if you want to be polygamous, stick to that and be okay with that. It is a bit weird that you're with PBD and now you want to get married and all this crazy stuff, but you're with guys like the Tate bros, and now you're talking Playboy lifestyle. It is a bit fake. And who are you? Who are you at? That I would ask him the same thing too. Like, bro, what side do you really stand on? Because I know what side I stand on.
You guys said this for the last 5 years. He doesn't have anything. Give Vinny the same vibe that you're giving me.
Nobody said that to you.
Keep that energy with Vinny.
Because
when you're trying to get him a girlfriend on my neck.
But Vinny, the difference between you and Vinny is Vinny wants to have a family, and Vinny doesn't want to go to the clubs, 11 nightclubs, 24/7.
Oh God, there's the thing. Like, Vinny's not broke. Vinny's not broke. He can do it. That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like this. Is like, bro, there's you who can do it. Like, both of y'all are the same. Adam got way more money than Vinny, obviously. But bro, they're both around that same category of wealth. Like, at least they can go to the same nightclubs, have the same good time and all that. It's just one chooses to look for a wife, kick it, work on his podcast and all that good stuff. Look how well Unusual Suspects is doing. Look how well it's doing because Vinny's not focusing on bitches. But then look at Adam, Playboy lifestyle, focusing on the bitches all the time. Lost his damn podcast, got canceled. Because of what? Look at it. I mean, look how he's talking.
He doesn't want to live that life.
Okay.
Period.
That's Vinny's choice.
And that's Vinny's choice.
And
Guess
that's why his podcast is more successful.
what? I respect his choice because he's standing his ground that this is what I want to do.
Okay.
Vinny wakes up in the morning. Vinny chooses to read the Bible. Not because I told him.
Dog, man, I'm going to get real with y'all. This is late night set, so we're going to get real. To grow this channel, do y'all think I'll go to the club like that? Y'all think I go to these bars and all that good stuff? And I live in the inner city. I live in Columbus, Ohio. I live close to some of the best bars out here. And I ain't been there I've been there in like 2 years. Since I started this channel. I ain't been there. Well, except for one time for Key's birthday, and that was it. But other than that, bro, I ain't touched the bars. I ain't even touched alcohol. That's how dedicated I am to this shit. It's like, bro, it takes that level of dedication to get somewhere. I don't even, bro, swearing off women. I'm not like, okay, hold on. I can't say I sworn off women, but I don't deal with them as much. I'll be real with you. I kind of leave them to do their own thing. If they want to slide through, that's great, but I'm not pressing it. Like, that's how you gotta be. You gotta understand there's something like way more important than these women, and it gotta be something important to you, my friend.
Them to read the Bible because I don't read the Bible in the morning. That guy does. He's the example to him. I'm not the guy that says, you better read your Bible in the morning. That's a bad example. I don't do that. So I can't sit there and claim to do something that I'm not doing myself. Biggest criticism to you is make up your damn mind and stand up for something already. Make up your damn mind and stand up for something already. Truly, for you. The audience sitting there saying, Waldo, let me tell you.
Here's the thing. I don't even say I don't drink. That's a funny thing. I don't even say I don't drink. I'm just not drinking now. It's like, look, I gotta go, I gotta reach, and then maybe I'll pop the bottle of Casamigos with y'all on live. But before that, man, shit, it's cold turkey.
That's right. You don't know what the girls are like out there. Girls have been like that for as long as I've known girls.
Not like this today, Pat.
They've been like this for as long as I've known girls.
Okay, not like today, Pat.
You can say not like today.
Pat, I wish I could just have that in my DNA to say.
I'll be real with you. PBD hitting on a point though. They've been like this. Like, that's the thing. I'm like, when the red pill was being explained to me and all that, I'm just like, oh, I mean, this has always been. Honestly, you're just kind of explaining why. I mean, some of my cousins are successful women and some aren't. Why some of my friends are successful women and some aren't. Like, that's all the red pill explained. And even Rollo Tomasi say, yo, this goes back generations. Like, this always been a thing of female and male dynamics. It's always been a thing that either guys were blind to or guys were privy to and they didn't really know.
Look, Pat's my boss. He's the man, and I'm not going to disagree with him.
Adam,
I'm sorry. If I disagree, I'm going to say I fully disagree.
I don't care if you disagree. This are one of our key words on the freaking company is debate, but respectful.
Okay, am I disrespecting you?
The way you're presenting your argument is disrespectful.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
Because I cursed one time, I apologize.
No, it's because I had a talk with you.
But my argument is not wrong.
I had a
because
talk
I cursed
with you.
one time.
No,
and I apologize about that.
Your argument for a person that wants to live that life is not wrong. Yes, if you want to live that life. And I'm telling you, it's a victim man's life. Let me put it to you this way. If I date a girl, she leaves me. She does something to betray me and leaves me for another man with more money. Am I the victim? Am I the victim?
I mean,
if you have a victim mentality, maybe you are. If you're like, I'm going to get butt.
I mean, shoot, it is all that. Honestly, I would flip that on them. Like, bro, what do you think? Who do you think you are? I mean, you could say you're the victim, or you could just say, hey, it is what it is. Her loss. I mean, it did that. Damn, that's a kind of a self-reflecting question, I like to say. A self-reflecting question, like, yeah, if your wife did all this, your girlfriend did all this, left you, are you the victim? It's like, shit. Well, what do you think? It's like, well, do you think you would be the victim in that situation? Or is it, oh, well, I would choose the mindset of, oh, well, her loss. It'd be like that.
I will
get back out there, dust up myself, and get out there, you'll be fine.
Give the ownership for that woman to see me as a victim. I will never give it that credibility.
I agree with you.
Perfect. So for you, you're saying, well, let me tell you all the girls, it's all the girls, all the girls that. It's a victim's language.
Okay.
I don't know what just happened to the mic. Something happened to the popped. So whatever you guys did in the back, it just popped here for me. Okay.
Well, I apologize for
Do it,
cursing.
do it.
And,
Guys.
and
what
I'm
did
going
you
to say
just
it
do?
publicly.
Yeah.
I think this was a very much needed conversation. I think the way that you and I interact on camera, even off camera, is very important. I mean, we can have a great time together, and then we can argue, and we can go back to neutral.
I had a conversation, okay, with a couple friends this last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them very simply a word that gets me to realize who I can trust more or less. You know what is for me at least, this is going to sound weird. Some are going to say you're crazy, and I don't blame you. It's okay if you say that. I'm okay with this. The older you get, you ought to have some values and principles that you're willing to die for. And the older you get, you should have things you stand for.
Sure.
For me, my number one is seeing another man that has a fear of God. And when you see another man fear of God, there are certain decisions they're going to make because they fear God. You get somebody else that doesn't have that fear, they're reckless. I have kids. When I have kids, I went on a date with my daughter the other night. We set the phone aside, and she sat right here. We didn't even do a double date. We went just by ourselves. It was a father-daughter dance, whatever you want to call it. We've never laughed this hard together. Never laughed this hard together.
Man.
When she grows up, she may marry a guy like me. A guy that, probably has a strong personality, a guy that's probably going to be within my community where they're at. I pray to God to watch over her. I pray to God for her to have good people in her life. My job is to do whatever I can to make that environment more protective of her, hopefully set an example so later on she's able to make some good choices in her life. It's so much easier and attractive to just live a life of just for me. It is a lot easier life. Trust me.
I mean, it really is. PBD. I mean, he's not lying. I always do say when you live for yourself, it's just oh so easy. When you honestly grind for live for other people and grind for other people and also yourself, I mean,